Hello, good morning, everyone. This is Seewing Yee from the Yee Real Estate Network. Oh my goodness, I can't even pronounce my company name correctly. Anyway, okay, it's early in the morning. All right, so uh, bear with me. All right, so this is a another installment of our beginning of the month Buffalo inventory in this month of December. So by the way, I'm drinking my coffee at the same time. Okay, so bear with me. All right, nobody's perfect. All right, before I will go over the highlights of this particular monthly inventory spreadsheet, if you will, I'd like to take the time and opportunity to thank some of you, and you know who you are, that really embraced this particular market here in Buffalo, New York, and some of you already visited uh, Buffalo. You had a good tour, and the feedback I've been getting is very, very positive. Meaning, the our Buffalo turnkey partner Keith Kanazi and his staff was very accommodating. They took the time to take you on a one-on-one tour, and they took you to their home office, their large, nice-looking home office, where they met with the property management staff in Buffalo and introduced everyone there. And Buffalo and his Keith Kanazi and his several sons are in the business. They are very much involved in this business, and their in-laws also involved in the business. So it's a whole family affair. So they've been doing it for 30 years in the Buffalo market. So that tells you something, right? I don't need to go any further. So they know everything about the local market, and they've been helping out of state turnkey investors for many, many years. So I will give them the benefit of the doubt. And this, so anyway, the people that went to the tour, obviously, uh, they uh, they are, they came back and they're very, very confident, and they pretty much our investors pretty much have purchased several investment properties already. Uh, The only reason why they're unable to buy more is because they ran out of money. Because every available money, for the most part, that they have, our investors, that is, they have purchased multiple properties here in the Buffalo and Niagara Falls market. So I'm not saying you have to go there or to do a tour, but some people are, they still want to go see it, which is fine. I highly encourage that to make that commitment. And do the tour. So for the rest of us, you still are purchasing through my direct guidance, and the rest of you who did not go there also have purchased at least one, two, and consistently buying several properties at a time. Some of you are buying three or four properties at a time, using mortgages on $50,000 to $60,000 prices, which is amazing to get the financing in this market, which is truly a value add. And I thank all my team, my loan agent Richard Advani from Wells Fargo, and his staff to willing and able and to do these small little loans, $40,000 loans, and allow our investors to leverage their money to get much higher return. Although Keith and his team prefer all cash purchases, but he's kind enough to accept some of our investors who still want to do financing, which is amazing, right? You buy a, a $50,000 single family home in Buffalo, renting for like almost $1,000, and do 20 to 25% down payment. Total out of pocket is for down payment is a mere 13 to 14 grand, and you got yourself a casual property earning like 1.7% rent to value ratio and 33 to 40% cash on cash return on financing, which is mind boggling. So, and of course, you can buy with your IRA also and some of our investors have purchased using their self-directed IRA or cash to purchase. Okay, enough of that. So as I look at some of this inventory, is yeah, just it's just like a kid on a candy store, right? I mean, it's so much to pick. Virtually every one of these properties are very, very attractive. Otherwise, Keith and his team would not promote them to their investors, not just our investment group. But so, with that said, right, this is there are two categories of inventory, as you know. The upper portion of this spreadsheet have the Buffalo properties, and the addresses are there. These are mostly fully rehab. The one they're already, the status ready. That means they're all been rented. By the way, you would never buy a property that are not rented. So those, for those of you listen to me for the first time, in this spreadsheet, the ready status means they're available for sale, and then of course on contract they're already under contract, and future properties are not ready for sale. They are several weeks. They're going through a rehab and other internal due diligence, and they fix it up. Our team, of course, the contract team with Buffalo, they do whatever is necessary to change it to from a future to a ready status. Having said that, if you like the future properties, doing your research, you can reserve the the unit with $1,000 deposit, and then wait a few weeks until the rehab is done, and then they will put their tenant in place. Then you buy it at that time. So at the end of the day, ready is ready to go. Future you can also buy, and also whatever, it's pretty much given. And there's a category here for homeowner sale. This category of homes are not available for out-of-state investors. They are Keith Kanazi and his group decided to sell it to local buyers, local owner occupied buyers, right? Okay, so let's go over now. Most important thing is, I mean, well, in terms of number, I mean, they're all good properties, but under ROI, that's my definition of capitalization rate. So anything over 10% is really, really attractive, obviously. So all have good returns, but just do your due diligence, right? And decide what you want. It's very, very self-explanatory. Sales price, gross rent, then minus all the expenses. So you can pretty much do your own cash flow analysis based on this spreadsheet. Am I right? For those of you that have been watching this monthly spreadsheet for throughout the year, you will know some of the properties are new. If you look at the addresses, cross-reference on your own. Some of these addresses are from the previous monthly inventory spreadsheet, so they are still available for various reasons. But suffice to say, they all these properties get sold very, very quickly. But for those of you that identify some new addresses, that means they're probably just been purchased by our team, our Buffalo team, Keith and his team locally. So freshly purchased property, and they're going through a rehab. So that's pretty much it. Buffalo, a lot of duplexes. DBI means duplexes. SGI means single family homes, right? Let me see what else. And there's always several multi units. In this case, one 8-unit price here for 338,000. So let me see. Yeah. So look over the English. I know this what kind of you. It's kind of overwhelming at times looking at so many properties, because is our Buffalo partner. They're very transparent. They do not mind to disclose all these inventories, but this is not a multiple listing service. This is a private portfolio that Keith and his team purchased with their own money at a very deep discount through various sources of purchase, and then they rehab with their own money, and then they put the renter in place and sell it to out-of-state investors, right? So that's this is their business model, and a fully uh, embrace that as well. So this is over here is Niagara Falls properties. The pricing is a little bit less than Buffalo. The neighborhood is not as good, but not to say they're a bad neighborhood. No, they're C to C plus neighborhood. So for those of you that already visited Buffalo, you can see all these properties located in decent area, blue collar area, peaceful neighborhood, family neighborhood. Is not, is not ghetto, is not crime, is not a lot of burglaries, to my knowledge, because my Buffalo team knows what house to pick to purchase, what neighborhood. Obviously, you know they've been there for all their lives, so they know what they're doing, right? So we have to trust them to that extent. So Niagara Falls, very desirable. I mean, look at some of these returns: 20% cap rate, 16% cap rate, almost 18% cap rate is mind-boggling, right? Look at some of these. Look at this 3 unit, 66,000, 3 unit renting for 1,400. I mean, mind-boggling. Look at this. This one here, 423 18th Street, another 3 unit for 52,000, renting for 1,340, and this 5 unit, 27% cap rate, 5 unit building, priced at 193,000, renting for 1,900. So this is, and then DBI means, like I said, duplexes for only like $54,000 duplexes, right? Renting for 1,000. We're talking almost 2% rent to value ratio. Again, mind-boggling. I know you guys are thinking I'm talking numbers all the time, but the quality is there. These homes are very old. We all understand that, 60, 70, 80 years old. But if they've been rehabbed properly, as they have been, and they are very rentable. It's turnkey, right? And very minor cosmetic rehab is necessary. The roof and the foundation has been, replaced recently. Whatever, you do not expect any kind of major, issues moving forward, even on these old homes. So your expectations are, like 5 to 7% on an annual rehab maintenance issues you have to come out of pocket. So that pretty much has been incorporated into our numeric cash flow analysis anyway. So I do not see major risk at all. It's just my opinion. And there's always risk in real estate investing, but we have minimized to the extent possible in this Buffalo market. So you feel comfortable. I know it's not a sexy market. We all know that, because you want a sexy market, you buy, $1 million homes, right, in your own backyard, but you're not going to cash flow. Well, that's pretty obvious, right? So all these homes are really attractive. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna conclude this. I can go on and on to tell you how great it is, but a couple of more example here, like $40,000 home, uh, renting for 650, or $39,000 500, renting for 750. I mean, this is truly amazing. You're not gonna get that anywhere in the country. I can tell you. I've done my research, right? Take my word for it. Like 16, 17% capitalization rate. This is top in the country, and you can get rich. Well, not rich, but you can retire very quickly with $5,000-6,000 of net passive income if you buy 7, 9, and 10 of these properties in the next 12 months. Yes, that's right. I did not stutter. Several of my investors already have a goal of buying 10 of these properties in the next few months. You can get financing and get under contract for 4, 5, or 6 of these houses all at one time. 5 mortgages at one time. I mean, assuming you qualify for the loan. So, I'm not saying all of you should do that, but for those of you who are really ambitious, very courageous, very committed to your goal, and you want to retire, if you will, quickly, you can do it. There's no restriction as to how many properties you want to buy. If you have the money, you have the motivation, right? You can do it. But then again, many of you, for whatever reason, I'm not going to go there, just can't do it, won't do it, will never do it. So, and that's very unfortunate. But this is this kind of a realistic investing in not only in Buffalo, in all the market that we promote is very very successful, and the risk is extremely low. Knock on wood. We don't know about the future, but for the past few years, all our market has been doing well. But so personally, Buffalo is my number one market. This is just my opinion. So you can take it for whatever it's worth. All right. So that's all I have to say. I'm done. I don't want to talk forever. I'm going to allow you an opportunity to do your research, to do your due diligence. And then when you're ready, for those of you who never spoken with me before, obviously the next step is consult with me by email, text, and phone appointment and FaceTime phone meeting. That's highly desirable because I get to know your situation and your motivation. Then once I deem that you're ready to take that step, I'm going to put you in touch with our point of contact, Keith Kanazi, and all you gotta do is contact him and tell him your criteria, what you want over the phone or whatever, and then obtain some pictures of any particular property that you want, and do some quick do do research beyond that a little bit. Then pull the trigger. It's that simple. Pull the trigger, all right, and execute on your action plan, and you will reap the benefits of your labor. All right, thank you so much, and hopefully I can inspire you to take that step. Once you take the first step and you have a good experience, you're gonna the momentum gonna be there. You can buy more and more. That's how it is. That's the psychological nature of investing. All right, thank you so much to Seewing Yee from the Yee Real Estate Network. Have a nice day, and hope to see you on the other side. Goodbye.